Okay, and welcome to the second video on quadratic graphs. So we're going to look at this kind of situation here. We've been told that there's a curve, a parabola, in the form y equals ax squared plus c. And we've been told to find the value of a and the value of c. And again, here's a sketch of the curve. And there's a couple of points noted. We can see this point here is the point 0.8. And we can see this point here is the point 326. So we need to find out the points A and C. So remember what we know. We know that the value of C is the y-intercept. C is where this line crosses the y-axis. And that's right here at this point. It's at the point 0.8. 0 along the x-axis and 8 up the y-axis. So straight away, we know that C is equal to 8. C, the y-intercept, is equal to 8. Now we're going to find A, and this is slightly more complicated, but it's not too difficult. We've got this equation that's been given to us, y equals ax squared plus c. And we already know the value of c. We know that it's 8. So I'm just going to rewrite this equation. Okay, just replace c with 8 because we know the value is 8. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this point here that we know, the point 326. And we're going to remember that this is the x value, the 3, and this is the y value, 26. And we're going to use that. We're going to substitute it in. We're going to substitute that into this equation. So y, instead of writing y, I'm going to write 26. And instead of writing x squared, I'm going to write, apologies, I've written x again. Okay, let's correct that underneath. So I'm going to write 26 equal to a multiplied by, not x squared, 3 squared plus 8. Okay, so if I move that up, we can continue. So we've got 26 equals a times 3 squared plus 8. So what we can do is solve this equation to work out what a is. We could start by taking 8 away from both sides of the equation. So we've got 26 take away 8 is 18. 8 minus 8 is 0, so we've eliminated 8 from this side. We know what 3 squared is. 3 squared is 9, so this would be a times 9. So let's think about that. A is a number that when you times it by 9, you get 18. We can work that out by dividing both sides by 9. Again, we're thinking, what's happening to this a? It's being times by 9. What's the inverse operation? What's the opposite of timesing by 9? It's dividing by 9. And here we can see 18 divided by 9 is 2. And of course, this side is just going to become a. So a is equal to 2 and c is equal to 8, as we already worked out. So the equation of this parabola is y equals 2x squared plus 8. Okay, so we've got a diagram showing a parabola in the form y equals kx squared plus c. The first question is find the value of c. So again, c is going to be the y-intercept. It's where this line crosses the y-axis. So let's look at these options they've given us. 3, 9, minus 18, minus 3, minus 9. So the first thing you notice is that it crosses the y-axis in a positive place. It's above 0. So it's certainly not going to be 0 or any of these negative numbers. And in fact, it crosses the y-axis here at the point y equals 9. So c equals 9. Check that that's correct. Okay, so we'll look at this next question then. So below is a diagram showing part of a parabola in the form y equals kx squared plus c. And we've been asked to find the value of k. So we might start with just the slightly easier thing, I think, which is just to identify what the value of c is. So what exactly is c? What exactly is the y-intercept here? Well, the y-intercept, we can see it right down here, is -8. So c is -8. That's where it crosses the y-axis. So we've got this equation. We've got y equals kx squared. But I'm not going to write plus c. I'm going to write take 8 because c is -8. And again, I can do just like I've done, substitute. I'm going to substitute in the point that we know about. We know about the point 456. So we can use that point to our advantage here. Again, this is my x coordinate, this is my y coordinate. So I'm going to replace y with 56. And I'm going to replace x squared with 4 squared. And that -8 is still there. So again, how do I solve this? I can simply add 8 to both sides if I wish. Okay, 56 plus 8 is 64. At this point, I can just work out what 4 squared is. 4 squared is 16. So I can write that as 16k. And -8 plus 8 is going to be eliminated, so that's gone. So our final step, just to work out the value of k, would be to, well, what's the opposite of timesing by 16? It's going to be to divide by 16. Okay, divide by 16, and that's going to give us 16k divided by 16 is k, which is what we're after, and 64 divided by 16 is going to be 4. So k is equal to 4. Our full equation, if we want to write the full equation out, would be y is equal to 4 x squared minus 8. That is the equation of this line. Now, in this particular question, we're only asked just to state the value of k. So the value of k, we've got our answer is 4. It's always a good sign when your answer is one of the ones there to select. Okay, a few red herrings here. We're not going to worry about. You can see we've got that question correct. Okay, so we've got a different question here. Below is a diagram showing part of the parabola of the form y equals kx squared plus c. Again, it's a similar idea. We're given the point of intersection and a different point, and we're being asked to work out the value of k. If we jump ahead to this, we've got y equals kx squared plus c. C is the y-intercept. What is c? Yeah, it's 9. We can see it crosses the y-axis at 9. So again, let's write this out. Y equals kx squared plus 9. And again, we can substitute the point that we have. We've got the point 3, -18. I'll just stop at this point. Have a look at this graph. Is it a U shape or an N shape? It's an N shape, so it's going to be a negative answer. K, I'm going to tell you right now, is going to be negative. Okay, so let's substitute it in. Y is -18. X squared is now going to be 3 squared rather. Okay, plus 9. Okay, let's take 9 from both sides. Let's be careful here. -18 take 9 is -27. Okay, equals 3 squared is 9. And again, we can divide both sides by 9. Once we've divided both sides by 9, we can see k is equal to -3. So the full equation would be, I'll write it just here, y equals -3k plus 9. And we can check if our answer makes sense. We're expecting to have a positive value here to represent the fact that we've we're crossing the y-axis here in a positive place at 9. And we're expecting a negative number in front of k to represent the fact that it's a U-shaped graph as opposed to an N-shaped graph as opposed to a U-shaped graph. So it's going to have a negative number for k. Okay, so if I scroll down, I'll check that we've actually got an answer that's available. So k equals -3. So we're pretty happy with that.